Hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again. Going to be picking up our triangle strategy long play where we left off. Thank you to everybody who's come along on this journey with me. It's been a pretty long time. I didn't expect this to actually last this long. And I can't be knowing when the end is. I'm assuming that we're coming up on it though after about 46 hours of playtime. I think we're pretty close to it. But I said that about, I don't know. In my time when I'm doing these recordings, I only have a short window to play, so like I probably said that about a month ago at this point with how much I'm able to play video games. But I'm having a great time with it, and I hope you are too. I know you're busy, and I know I'm busy, and if you want to stay up to date on all the busy stuff that I'm doing, unwind with me when we play some games together, do feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That would really help out the channel. Let me know that I'm doing the right things, that you guys want to see more of this stuff. I know that a lot of people have, the viewership has kind of gone down for this, and I get it. It's a very long video series, but I think we are coming to the end of it. So hopefully we get a, that we'll say late game resurgence, no pun intended. But I do have a question for you before we get any further into this. Do you know how penguins build their houses? It glues them together. It glues them together. Yeah. That's how they build their houses. So you don't have to worry about penguins. They got glue. It glues them together. There you go. There's your dad joke for the episode. And if you want to see more top shelf comedy like that, feel free to join the Busy Gamer Dad channel for more every episode. Without any further ado, I'll give you a quick recap though. We are in the outro of the Scales of Convictions. Roland left our party, and Benedict is a jerk. Frederica may leave our party still. I'm not entirely sure. And we are going to ally ourselves with Esfrost and see where that goes to defend against Hyzanth and strike against, defend against Hyzanth and strike against the Holy State. We'll see what happens there. I'm hopeful that this is the right play. I'm not happy about it, but it seems to be the only thing that's available to us right now. The only other option would have been, that I was comfortable with and wanted to go with, would have been running with the Roselians and trying to find Centralia, which would potentially be a myth. And Benedict was a bit of a harsh master about that. But we have this path in front of us, and we shall see where it goes. Main story: Serenoa bids farewell to a friend and makes for his mother's grave to reflect upon the recent decision. Yeah, that is pretty heavy.
I wish I had never learned of my true lineage.
I don't know about that.
I was happy being Serenoa Wolfort, son of Lord Simone and Lady Destra.
No matter whose blood runs through your veins, you are still yourself.
Imposter
Thank you,
syndrome.
Frederica. But now Roland is gone. Someone's coming.
Benedict.
It looks like Benedict.
Knew it.
I am in no mood to speak with him. Let us conceal ourselves.
Let us conceal ourselves. But they can hear him.
Lord Simone, Lady Destra, today I revealed the truth of Lord Serenoa's birth and drove Prince Roland from the city.
Yep.
Lord Serenoa will be crowned the king of all Glenbrook, but this is merely the first step of many. We will use the salt crystals to ally ourselves with Esfrost and defeat Hyzanth. I will see to it that Lord Serenoa becomes the undisputed ruler of all Norzelia.
Why though? What is his drive?
He has the strength and character worthy of sitting atop this realm, and I shall carve that path to the summit for him.
Whether I like it or not, apparently.
He did not wish for the position, nor this power. But no matter how much he resents me, I will ensure his success. He shares your blood, Lady Destra, and as such, I refuse to see him at the mercy of others again.
Well, fair enough.
Why would you go so far?
Exactly.
Lord Simone, you were a lord worthy of my life's devotion. You were an equal to King Regna in every way. You could have sat upon the throne, and yet You resigned yourself to life as a vassal and took in Lady Destra at your liege's request. You two treated Lady Destra and Lord Serenoa as if they were no more than pawns to be traded about.
Really?
Back then, I could not forgive you or King Regna. Lady Destra, even now, I find it hard to forgive myself for being unable to save you.
So he has survivor's guilt in the
Which
way.
is why I will make Lord Serenoa a greater ruler than his father or King Regna could ever be. This is my revenge against myself for being so powerless then. I will not repent. I will devote my life to atoning for my incompetence.
Interesting. I thought she died of natural causes. Though I'm not entirely sure. He's consumed by guilt for sure.
Benedict cared very deeply for Lady Destra.
He probably loved her.
No amount of regret will change the past. We have no way to go but forward.
I don't know, my guy. There's gotta, that was, I'll call it sufficient, but it wasn't enough for everything right now. Oh, man.
My lord, how do the nobles take the news?
They were surprised to hear of Roland's disappearance, as well as of my lineage and intention to ascend the throne. But there was not nearly as much contempt or disorder as I had anticipated.
Interesting.
I also explained that it was King Roland's own decision to abdicate once he learned the truth.
I think it may have been the royal signet that kept them so composed. They took it as proof that King Regna deemed Serenoa a worthy successor.
There you go.
Even if they had objections in their heart, they could not act upon them. There is not a soul in Glenbrook who can deny the might and exploits of House Wolford. Princess Cordelia would have been their sole chance to challenge his ascension, but she is already within our hands.
You make it sound like she's a tool, my guy. That's not
Be that as
okay.
it may, the people must see it as such. I will not be able to get their support should they think I usurped the throne.
Precisely.
I don't know.
In any case, it's hard to believe our young lord's truly the king of Glenbrook.
Yeah.
I never coveted this throne.
No.
But we have chosen to ally ourselves with Esfrost and have driven Roland away. I shan't run from my responsibilities any longer.
Fair
I
enough.
will take up the mantle of king to serve both Glenbrook and House Wolford.
And you're a saintly 7. You've got all the titles, my
Fine
guy.
resolve, your majesty. We stand with you now, as we always have.
We have to
Thank
be at
you.
the end game. Because with Roland gone, that means we don't have everyone for the next Scales event, if there is any more Scales events, unless we get him back.
Benedict, prepare for my ascension and our negotiations with Esfrost.
Or we get someone else. That's
Yes,
really late
Your
in the game.
Majesty. I will also continue working on our plans for Hyzant.
Maybe we get Cordelia? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe...
We cannot afford to lose this battle. Do what you must.
Okay, so we're going to talk with Esfrost. Maybe we get General Evlora?
As you command.
That would be crazy. But Evlora's dead. Or at least gone. So weird.
Several days later, Serenoa announces that he is the son of the late King Regna, and that Roland, having learned the truth, has abdicated the throne.
Yay.
All suspect that there is more behind the announcement, but House Wolford has the support of many in the capital city, and so they accept his words.
That's nice of them.
Thus, Serenoa Wolford takes the throne as the new King of Glenbrook. The joining of House Wolford and the Kingdom of Glenbrook is yet another twist in the ever-turning narrative of Norzelia. One which Hyzant and Esfrost look on with ever-wary eyes.
Is this the last episode? No, good. Okay, good. I was gonna say, is this our last episode? Because I'm very confused. I thought we would have fought Hyzanth at the mines right now. Serenoa is crowned the new king of Glenbrook. It is not long before the Saintly Seven hear the news. Let's see.
I see everyone is here. What might this sudden meeting be about?
Why is that
Minister
guard in
Tenebris,
like attack stance?
You kept us waiting.
Ah, my apologies.
Tenebris was doing something.
You were all summoned here to discuss the recent political changes in Glenbrook.
King Roland has conceded the throne to Minister Serenoa. Apparently the two are half-brothers.
Yep.
What? So, this was not a hearing of my crimes.
Crimes, he says.
Do you know something about this, Minister Tenebris?
No. What will become of Glenbrook?
I didn't realize Tenebris was like a late character
King
introduction
has
too.
absconded, but the people seem oddly composed about the change of power.
Okay.
Is this not a joyous occasion? With Minister Serenoa on the throne, Glenbrook becomes a vassal nation of Hyzanth.
Nope, my guy. Not that simple.
Not quite. We had intended to use Minister Serenoa to pressure King Roland into giving him control over the Grand Norzelian mines.
Right.
But now he has both the salt crystal veins and the entire kingdom of Glenbrook in his hands.
Yep.
Our window of opportunity has closed.
Yep.
Precisely. Any attempt to likewise pressure Minister Serenoa may result in us losing more than we bargained for.
Mm-hmm.
He did not strike me as the sort of man to bite the hand that feeds.
He usurped the throne from his own master. We cannot afford to let our guards down.
Not, I guess that's a roundabout way of putting it.
Indeed.
I mean, we did rely on Hyzanth to help us reclaim Glenbrook. So, I don't know. I'm the Hierophant talking.
Hear the Holy One's words. We must be wary of House Wolford. We
Okay.
will summon Minister Exham and his forces back to the city to protect our people.
Understood. I will dispatch a bird to him at once.
I will have our spies in Glenbrook discern Wolfort's true intentions.
We must get our hands on those salt crystals.
She means Milo.
If House Wolford dares disobey the goddess, they must be exterminated at once.
It's not House Wolford anymore.
This is my chance. If I can bring glory to Hyzanth and restore my name, soon I will be.
Oh dear. I don't know what he's going to do, but it sounds awful. Maybe he's going to use dark magic? Serenoa is crowned the new king of Glenbrook, and it is long before the Archduke himself hears of the news. Well, you know, news travels fast, especially big news like that. That guy.
I did not foresee Serenoa becoming king of Glenbrook. What became of the abdicated King Roland?
Official reports say he left the capital to live a life of seclusion. But rumor has it that he absconded after losing a duel to Lord Serenoa.
How do you know that?
Roland concealed his identity and fought hard to reclaim his kingdom.
Yep.
He would not so easily relinquish the throne. The rumors are likely closer to the truth than the reports.
Probably.
So House Wolford usurped the throne.
I did not take Serenoa for a man who had cast off the shackles of servitude by force.
No.
How fascinating it would be if the caged hawk broke free to soar the skies.
Without Prince Roland around, there is hope yet of restoring our relations with Glenbrook.
Maybe.
Perhaps we could ask Lady Frederica to help us negotiate.
That's a hard no.
Glenbrook holds the salt crystal veins in their hands. No amount of negotiations would end in our favor.
Yeah, you never know.
A bird that has flown the coop must be shot down. Whether they perish or return to a cage is up to them.
Okay. Oh, so this was just a dialogue thing. Are we? Sure. Gonna save the game again. Whatever that means.
King Serenoa invites Archduke Gustadolf to Glenbrook in hopes of securing an alliance with the duchy.
Okay.
Gustadolf accepts the secret invitation and makes his way to Whiteholm Castle.
Ah.
However, the salt crystal deposits uncovered in the Grand Norzelian mines are currently in the hands of Serenoa.
Yeah, we know that. We did that.
A meeting between the two great rulers comes with equally great risk.
Right. Harden thy heart. This is gonna be great.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Benedict?
It is as I said. The Kingdom of Glenbrook will cease all business with the Norzelia Consortium.
Well,
the related parties should leave Glenbrook immediately, and any assets remaining shall be seized by the Kingdom.
This is madness. Not only will you cut your ties with Hyzant, but the Consortium as well? How do you intend to get your salt now?
You needn't worry about that.
So it's true. Glenbrook has mined salt crystals from deep beneath the earth.
It is no business of the Consortium's.
It kinda is.
You dare slight us after all we've done for Norzelia? The post-war accord said that someone must ensure the fair distribution of salt, and so we did.
Yeah, you did.
And we appreciate all your efforts. However, King Serenoa has no need for the Consortium in Glenbrook.
The nerve of you people. Hyzant will never forgive such insolence.
So is he part of Hyzanth or Esfrost? I was confused.
Save your tears for the long road back home. The Consortium was only ever good for lining its own pockets, which is far from fair as I see it.
Jeez, Benedict.
I see now. House Wolfort wishes to see the Consortium eliminated in its entirety. In that case, I will return to Hyzant, as you said, and report this outrage.
Go ahead.
Was it right to provoke him? Claris may use his underground connections to stop us.
That was my intention. He will now bring disorder to Hyzant's unity.
Okay.
More importantly, the new Norzelia truly has no need for the Consortium and its control over salt's distribution.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, there's other commerce that they would...
The new Norzelia.
I mean...
The world King Serenoa would rule. I have formulated a plan to bring about that new age. But first, our negotiations with Gustadolf must succeed.
This guy... Oh, if we get Gustadolf in our party, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sir, Archduke Gustadolf's ship will be arriving any minute now.
Thank you. The outcome of our negotiations hinges on King Serenoa's decision. I must speak with him, alone.
Benedict spits venom at everybody.
The Archduke will be here shortly.
Thank you. Our future rests on these negotiations, doesn't it?
Have you read The Power of Salt?
I have. Lord Dragan gave it to us before he died. It contains all he gleaned in his research on salt.
Interesting. So Serenoa is going into prepared.
I thought it might give us a clue as to how we can convince Archduke Gustadolf to aid us. I understand now just how much potential salt possesses.
Yes.
Indeed. It is not merely a seasoning for food.
No, it's not.
We have control over the salt crystal veins. We can use this to our advantage during negotiations.
But this is Gustadolf we're dealing with. Pressure and intimidation will only cause him to bare his fangs. Negotiate poorly, and we will end up swallowed by the duchy in the name of Gustadolf's freedom.
Yes.
What do you think we should do, Benedict?
Oh dear.
Before I answer, I would know one thing. Is it your desire to monopolize the salt crystals, Your Majesty?
This is a big decision. I don't know. Do we monopolize them to our own gain of Glenbrook? Do we create this new Norzelia in that same image of like ownership of salt and salt rules all? Or do we not monopolize them and spread the wealth around? That's pretty crazy. Oh, looks like something's... Something's not right. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Alright, we're back. Sorry. My controller had a panic attack or something. I don't know. It's not my intention to, so I'm gonna go there. I don't think that I played this game in the vein where I want to have Glenbrook come out on top and be the sole place for salt, because then we're just basically a new Hyzanth. So I'm saying it's not.
I have no desire to do so. That would make us no different than Hyzanth.
See?
Seeing as Gustadolf sought to break the Holy State's monopoly, I doubt he would ally with us.
But we will merely be used as pawns, should we give him the salt crystals.
That's
true. I have no intention of doing that either. Lord Dragan's answers shall guide us. I will use the salt to bring about a free and prosperous Norzelia, greater even than Gustadolf could. If I can prove that to him, I am certain he would join our cause.
That's an interesting proposition.
Precisely. You prove time and again you are worthy to stand atop the summit of Norzelia. I have a befitting strategy in mind. Lord Serenoa, would you allow me to negotiate with the Archduke?
Very well. We must have him on our side.
Oh dear.
And we shall.
I mean, I don't know how that would go if I did it. Come down by an airship?
Most intriguing.
Most intriguing.
You once refused to bend the knee to me at this very spot, and now seek an alliance as King of Glenbrook.
My, how the times have changed.
I could not have foreseen this moment either back then. Nor that you would have your own cousin slain after discovering the salt crystal veins.
Nor that you would...
I hope you aren't expecting an apology. Have we not usurped the same throne?
I have not asked you here to discuss the past, but the future. I am certain you understand that taking on Hyzanth alone is a fool's errand. We must unite if we are to stand a chance.
Here we go.
And you expect me to believe that one of the Saintly Seven wishes to defeat the Holy State itself?
I mean, maybe.
We must prevent Hyzanth from gaining complete control over salt and consequently Norzelia. I even parted from a dear friend over it.
He's not dead.
I see. I have no objections to overthrowing Hyzanth.
Then let us begin the negotiations.
Silence. I am here to speak with King Serenoa, not his servant.
I have given Benedict full rights to be here. Consider his words my own.
So the bird did not break free after all. His vassal opened the cage door.
Ah, so there, yeah.
Very well then. But allow me to make this clear. If you wish for an alliance, you will give me the salt crystal veins. They belong to Esfrost for having discovered them in the first place.
But the Grand Norzelian Mines was a joint venture.
We cannot do that.
Then we have nothing to discuss.
Pray answer me this, Archduke. What do you intend to do with the salt?
People need salt to live. But here in Norzelia, it is owned entirely by Hyzant and the Consortium. Their high taxes make it nearly impossible for some to obtain.
Yep.
Once I defeat Hyzant, I will abolish both that abhorrent Consortium and its taxes, and allow free trade throughout the land.
That's exactly what we want.
I would ensure that any who desire salt receive their fair share of it.
That would make you the only one with control over salt. It is no different than Hyzant now.
Fair.
I do not covet riches like they do. Under my rule, the people would have salt. They would finally have freedom.
Ah, yes.
This is the only future before us.
Is it though?
I beg to differ. We intend to make salt available to all. Anyone will be able to obtain as much as they like for a modest price.
You would put control of salt in the hands of the people?
Yep.
To what end?
There you go. That's freedom right there.
To change the world with the potential residing within every grain of salt. For example, preserving foods with salt would make life and trade more prosperous than ever before.
True.
Using salt in leather and glass crafting could create newer and better goods.
Yep.
Farmers could give it to their livestock, and it could also be used in various medicines.
Yep.
It can even be used in explosives.
How do you know about that?
These are but a handful of examples. If we give the people access to salt, there is no telling how many other uses they may find.
Yeah. We read the book.
Norzelia will enter a golden age of prosperity, and her people will thrive like never before.
Knowledge is power.
I did not take you for an idealist. I think we both know that the people lack the intelligence for innovation.
Not really.
They
People do. A
just
person
haven't
can
been
be
afforded
pretty
the
smart.
chance. But with the proper mechanisms in place, they can be taught.
Yeah, exactly.
I have already started work on a plan to make salt available over the course of several years.
I mean, look at me. I'm figuring this out.
Do not underestimate the people's greed. It won't be long before they turn on their rulers, intoxicated by the power of salt.
Yeah, maybe.
The very nation you sought to defeat feared the same, and sought to control them with their goddess's might.
That's true.
Archduke Gustadolf, I do not fear a free people. I wish to lead them, but will fight if I must. That is why I took this throne. I believe anyone who wishes to rule the new Norzelia should be prepared to do the same.
There you go.
Tell me this. How did you know salt possesses such potential?
And I would ask you in return, were you unaware of it yourself? It was all written in a book Lord Dragan gave us.
It is the result of his extensive research at the Esfrosti archives.
Dragan. You mean to say it was the knowledge of one of my own?
Yep.
Had I made him Prime Minister, our positions would be reversed. So this is my punishment for seeing him killed. Very well. Consider me interested in the future House Wolfort sees for this world.
Oh, yay!
As the Archduke of Esfrost, I hereby swear my allegiance to your cause.
You have our thanks, Archduke Gustadolf.
Wow.
It is only a matter of time until Hyzant realizes what we are planning. Let us proceed to the War Council.
Lead the way.
I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect that to happen. I've been saying that a lot with this end. Oh, here we go.
Glenbrook and Esfrost have entered into an alliance. You and I are enemies no longer.
I wouldn't say that, dude.
I am glad to hear it. Thank you for joining our cause.
Together, we will strike down Hyzant. For the Roselle as well. I am sure your mother would have been happy to hear it.
Indeed.
Frederica, do you resent me for attacking House Wolfort?
I have come to an understanding of what you hoped to accomplish.
All right, fair enough.
Your duties as Archduke outweigh your personal desires.
Precisely. I have no regrets for what I've done.
You say so, dude.
Neither do I regret standing against you, or slaying Erica and Thalis.
I condone that entirely.
Not because I harbor personal grudges against any of you, but because my eyes must look not to the past, but to the future.
Mm-hmm.
King Serenoa said the same earlier.
Well, interesting.
It should come as no surprise, Archduke Gustadolf.
Hmm.
He and I walk the same path, hand in hand.
Aw, love.
You've grown strong, Frederica.
Yay. Can you cast Fireball on him while he walks away? I mean, that would probably hamper our alliance a little bit.
The Kingdom of Glenbrook and the Duchy of Esfrost enter an alliance. Their combined forces led by Serenoa. Together, they set out to strike down the holy state of Hyzant.
Wow. I mean, I don't know what Tenebris is cooking up, but that's going to be potentially deadly for us.
Sensing their movements, the Desert Nation summons Exham soldiers home from their march on the Grand Norzelian mines to prepare for the arrival of the Allied forces.
Yep.
Though the walls around the holy state have kept it safe for many years, it is now up to Benedict to discern how best to penetrate the goddess's shield.
The Death Snow, that's how. Though the battle has yet to begin, Benedict has already made the first move against Hyzant. Do we have anything else? No more side quests? Alright. Let's do it. Let's go through this. Sorry, this episode's gonna go a little long too.
Benedict, have you finalized our plan of attack against Hyzant?
I have. We shall shatter the goddess's shield with Esfrost's death knell. We can then storm the capital and take Hyzant. However, there is one problem that remains. Transporting, placing, and firing the weapon will take a considerable amount of time. So we must draw the Hyzantian army's attention away from the cannon until it is ready.
But they might confine themselves to their castle rather than come out and fight us.
We must draw them out. We cannot allow them the opportunity to calmly scout about.
Buying time against Minister Exham's forces won't be easy.
Nope.
The damage will be great, even if we do succeed. Esfrost cannot hope to triumph alone.
Right.
Which is why I have measures in place to ensure our victory. Anna, did you send the letter like I asked?
Yes. I sent an unsigned message to Minister Tenebris. It included details of his and Sorslay's illicit salt trade and their profitable underground arena.
Profitable underground arena?
I also added that we would report it to the Holy One, and enclosed a copy of the evidence I gathered.
Perfect. Tenebris will fear for his position and desperately look for any way to establish himself worthy of his seat. And what of Claris?
As predicted, he has returned to Hyzant.
Claris was master of the underground arena, and Tenebris his bookmaker.
What? There was an underground... I thought it was just a salt trade. They had prize fighting?
Now the merchant needs someone in his corner, and the saint needs a pawn. With nowhere left to go, the two will join forces and be the ones to throw Hyzant's strategy into disarray.
Oh my goodness, Benedict is just vicious.
They will do anything to defeat House Wolford.
I see. We should be able to buy time against their improvised army, but there is no guarantee it will work.
One last letter should be all the push that Tenebris needs.
Oh dear.
Another letter?
Signed by Prince Roland, asking for his aid in destroying House Wolford, who stole his throne.
Oh, dude.
It lays out a plan in which Prince Roland will attack us from behind with his own army, while we fight Tenebris in front.
What?
Yeah.
There is no reason for him to doubt it. I forged his handwriting and sealed it with the royal band.
But how?
He took the ring.
I made an imprint of his ring when I took it to fake his death. I thought it might come in handy someday.
Benedict.
Everyone knows of Prince Roland and King Serenoa's disagreement. If Tenebris thinks he has a chance of winning, he will take it.
My goodness, Benedict. This is like Overlord. That anime Overlord, if you've ever seen that.
Even if the odds aren't in his favor.
I understand. But does King Serenoa know?
No.
No, he does not. He would not forgive me for using Prince Roland as such.
No.
This was entirely my cunning.
King Serenoa.
I heard everything.
There you go, dude.
Your plan gives us the greatest chance of victory. I hereby order you to see it through.
Are you certain?
It's too late.
I am certain there's no going back for us. Only forward.
As you command.
Wow, that was a good note to end on. Let's see what happens.
His decision made, Serenoa marches toward Hyzant, certain a victorious end will justify even the most underhanded means.
Oh dear. Unless Esfrost doubles down with Hyzanth. Which is entirely possible.
Forged with his old friend's name arrives in the Holy State, and all the pieces begin to move according to Benedict's plan.
Because Svarog could be with Hyzanth. Svarog's the one who made Death Smell. Knows its weaknesses.
I see. So House Wolfort seeks to destroy not only Hyzant, but the Consortium as well.
Yep.
Yes. They would bring ruin to the Order of Norzelia we worked so hard to build.
I wouldn't call it order.
Minister Tenebris, you must have the Holy Ones strike them down.
I would, yeah, fair enough.
But of course, House Wolfort must be punished for defying the goddess. Were that I able to chasten them with my own hands. Alas, I am unfit to command. But you, Lord Claris, are a master at assembling the mercenaries and ruffians in the underground arena.
Yep.
It is only natural for a merchant to have knowledge of battle. He must protect his wares at all costs.
Yes.
How heartening it is to hear you say that. Now I am certain there is no other who could fulfill my request.
Hooray!
Lord Claris, I wish for you to serve me and ride to battle against House Wolfort. You may leave the issue of troops to me.
Okay.
You wish for me to command your soldiers?
That's a bit much.
Our odds are more favorable than you think. You see, I received a letter from a certain someone not days ago.
Ooh. Certain someone.
Let us
Ooh.
defeat the usurpers of House Wolfort together. Signed by King Roland himself.
King Roland? Truly?
It has the seal of the royal family. I have confirmed it myself to be true.
Oh man.
So King Roland really was overthrown. Were I in his shoes, I would also want revenge against such traitors.
Yep.
He also wrote that he will spring a surprise attack from behind during the battle.
Oh, with King Roland on our side, House Wolfort won't stand a chance against us.
Yep.
Have you spoke to anyone else of this, Minister Tenebris?
No. You are the only one I wish to share this victory with.
Wow.
I am happy to hear it. I will do all I can in your service.
I'm going to call this episode here. Lots of stuff going on right now that I think that was a good ending right there. Busy Gamer Dad, Triangle Strategy, Definitely seems like we're going down the third act final scenes of this game. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll pick it up again with what's going to happen with Death Snell and this surprise attack that Benedict coerced and created. Later.